Now that we know all there is to know about the basic syntax of CSS, we need to take a look at where we can put our CSS rules. There are 4 methods that we can use to implement our rules, 2 of which house the rules inside the HTML document itself, and the other 2 house the rules in another external file with a .css file extension. As you can imagine, these are referred to as internal style sheets and external style sheets. The 2 internal methods are known as embedded styles and inline styles, while the external styles are called imported and linked. The major difference between the internal and external styles is that the internal styles can only be used on a single page, whereas the external styles are stored in that external file, so they can end up being used across many documents. While the internal style sheets are very handy, it's the latter sheets that make CSS such a powerful technology. With these external sheets, our presentation information is totally separate from the structure of the page, so it could be argued that these sheets are more in line with our web standards. Additionally, with style information in separate documents, it becomes a little bit easier to include the styles we need when we need them, and our website as a whole becomes more modular. It also becomes very easy to change the entire look and feel of the website by changing a few key rules in an external sheet that is utilized on all the pages of the site. In practice, we can use all of these together or just the ones that suit the needs of a project or our own preferences. Now, this last point is going to be something I'll mention over and over and over again dealing with CSS, because there's a lot of different ways to accomplish the same thing with CSS. It's all going to be a matter of whether or not it suits the needs of your project or if you have a preference about how to accomplish something. So over the next few movies, we're going to take a look at these different methods for CSS placement, and as we do, we'll also cover the concept of inheritance and how to use CSS comments. And to wrap up the section, I will mention some general suggestions that may benefit you when you're using CSS. And that concludes this movie on the overview of CSS placement.